What is up, guys? My name is Audra, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing my bridal makeup. If you're new here, my name is Audra Gillespie and I live in Columbus, Ohio with my fiance Carter, and we are getting married in less than 2 weeks, which is really crazy. We've been engaged for about 2 years now, so it's crazy that the time is finally here, and trying not to stress out. I'm trying to just like keep my zen and enjoy these next couple of weeks, even though we have tons of things to get done. But yes, I am doing my own makeup, and I feel like there is so much pressure on having beautiful makeup for your wedding, because obviously you're getting pictures taken all day and people are going to be like staring at you all day. But I really just wanted to kind of have my look be very natural and true to myself, as I'm really not too much of a glamorous type of girl. I like everyday makeup the most, so I feel like I kind of wanted to go with that for my wedding as well. I have lots of good products here that I'm using today. Some of these products I've been using for years and years, and then others are newer to me. I've used every product here, but some of them I've only had for a couple of weeks, just from like doing research and seeing what makeup products will last throughout the entire day, that will last like through tears and sweat and sunshine, all of that, because we're gonna be getting married in June, so definitely gonna be sweating. Let's just hop right in. Okay, there we go. I think I'm gonna start with my eyes, just so any eyeshadow that I have on my eyes, it doesn't fall onto my fresh foundation. I'd rather it just fall onto my clean skin. All right, so with my eyes, I just want to keep it very simple. I don't want to do anything that's like super smoky or anything, especially with it being a summer wedding. I feel like it's just a better time to have a really light and bright look. I am not going to use an eye primer, but I am using the Milk Hydro Grip primer. So this is a newer product to me. I've like been using drugstore primers for a very long time, and I love them and I think that they're fine, but I just wanted to like be extra sure that my makeup was going to stay on longer, because you know, if it's hot and I'm dancing, I'm crying, I need extra protection. And I've heard really good things about this primer, and I will put this all over my face, but then I'm also going to put it on my eyes, just because I really don't think I need to have like an extra primer for my eyes. I think this will work just fine. Let's go ahead and just put it all over, and I'll put it like literally everywhere, on my neck, on my eyebrows. I'm just gonna go all over the place with it. Okay, so I'm applying that. I applied it with my fingers, and then I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender and make sure it's kind of all set on my face. I think brows are a very personal thing, so it's kind of hard to like tell you what to do with your brows, but with my brows, I have a lot of sparsity around the arches, so I mostly just fill in that area, and I will go in with wax and brush everything up and make it all fluffy and kind of give that like supermodel off-duty look. The product that I've been using is the My Brow Pencil by Benefit, and yeah, I think this is just a good brow pencil, and I find that this product actually stays on for a long time. I've used a lot of like drugstore products and they just don't work as well, so I'm gonna go in with this. I'm like just gonna use really light thin strokes and fill in the arches, and I'll show you what I do afterwards. I always fill them in and then kind of brush it off a little bit. There we go. I only do a couple of strokes at the ends of my brows. I like really just want it to be very simple, and then do the same over here. Okay. And then I'm gonna take this Patrick Ta brow wax. I've been using this for probably about 2 months now, and I really like it. It's a clear wax, and they also have, I think they also have like a brown wax as well, but I just like the clear one. I think it's really easy. I've been loving Patrick Ta and Makeup by Mario lately. Those are like my two favorite makeup brands. I feel like every time I go to Sephora and I try new products, those are the two brands that I'm like, I pretty much want every product. So what I do with this wax is I always just spray a little spoolie with some setting spray. Okay, and then I just pick it up with the spoolie. Okay, and just brush through. I keep like the front half of my brow sticking up, and then the back half I kind of slant it like sideways, if that makes sense. So let me get closer. I'm actually planning, I think I'm gonna like get a little Ziploc bag or something during my wedding day and just put like any products that I need to reapply in it and just have it like by my side all day. So brow gel, a spoolie, setting powder, and then my lipstick. And just if I need to reapply something really quick, if I'm starting to like sweat or whatever, then I feel like it'll be nice to have a little emergency kit. All right, now moving on to my eyelids. I am gonna use a concealer to just conceal any veins or redness on my eyes. I feel like this just gives a really nice base for any eyeshadow that you put on. I'm using this Dior Backstage concealer. I actually am not the biggest fan of this concealer. I just started using it about a month ago. First of all, I think I have the wrong shade. It's way too dark for me, so I kind of need to just go back and get a new shade of it. But also I feel like it just is a little too cakey and thick for me, but I do like putting it on my eyelids, so it's been nice for that. I just apply it all over, and then I'll go ahead and tap it in with a beauty blender. I want to make sure I set that right away because I don't want it to crease. I'm just going to go in with a translucent powder by Morphe and use like a fluffy eyeshadow brush and just set that really quick. Like I said, I'm going to use some eyeshadow, but I'm keeping it very, very simple. I am using this Sephora Collection Destinations palette called Off the Grid. These are all of the shades that I love. They're just very neutral, and it has, I love when a palette has a nice white kind of beigey neutral to just have as a base. So I'm gonna go in with that same brush that I just used, and pretty much go all over my lid. And once again, that will just brighten things up even more, which is really nice. So definitely gonna put it like on the inner corner, and then I kind of just, yeah, put it everywhere, to be honest. I'm just gonna go in with this fluffy, bigger size crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with, there's this middle shade. It's not very dark, so I thought this would be a nice, just overall crease shade. I'm gonna go like all down my crease and just kind of open it up. Once again, this is totally dependent on your eye shape or just what you think is most flattering to you. I just really like when there's like a big arch on my eye. All right, then I think I'm gonna take this light shimmery shade and put a little bit on my finger, and then just go in the middle of my eyelid, like right here. So just like very minimal shimmer. And I might even bring it, oh, I have to sneeze. I'm even gonna bring it into my inner corner. Okay, I actually might need a brush to help me in the inner corner. And then I'm gonna go back in with that original crease shade that I was using and just kind of blend it and make sure that there's not too much shimmer. So yeah, this is why I definitely want to do my eyeshadow first, because you don't want all of this to fall out onto your foundation. You want to be able to like wipe that away. All right, so here is the eyeshadow, and I kind of went back and forth on whether I should do eyeliner or not, but I think I'm just gonna skip out on the eyeliner. If you want something really soft, you could do an eyeshadow liner, which I really like doing, but I don't know, I think I just kind of want it to be very open, airy, and I think the eyeliner would just kind of drag it down a little bit. So I'm gonna move on to mascara, which mascara for wedding days is so important because if you're like me, you'll be crying your eyes out. So I am using my tried and true They're Real mascara. I've used this for years and years. Not sponsored, nothing like that, but I just genuinely love this mascara. It's actually like, it's so good that it's like hard to get off, and it's kind of a pain to get off, but for your wedding day, that's what you need. All right, I just want to show you really quick the difference between my lashes. So obviously this is the one that has the mascara on, but this is the best mascara. I really do feel like it gives you that like fluttery false lash type of look, but you don't have to mess around with false lashes. And yeah, I think it's so beautiful. It does not budge at all. It will stay on all day, and yeah, it's the best mascara ever. I'm gonna move on to the face, which is my favorite part of my makeup to do. We're already primed, and I think it's nice to kind of have your primer just set for a little bit before you go in with other products. For my foundation, I'm gonna be using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm so glad that I finally got my hands on this foundation, and I feel like it is the perfect foundation for what I'm wanting because it looks glamorous and it's like a medium coverage type of situation, but it also looks very natural, and it kind of doesn't look like you're wearing foundation, which is what I feel like that's kind of what everyone wants. So I think it's perfect if you want like a natural glam type of look. It's really good for any types of events, special occasions, weddings, anything like that. All right, zoomed out a little bit. What I always do with my foundation is I put a couple of pumps on the back of my hand, and then where is my brush? And then I'm using the Sephora Collection foundation brush number 56. This is a medium coverage brush, so if you want, they have like more dense ones if you want more coverage. But then I just take the product and start kind of painting it onto my skin. And I always work in small sections just because I don't want it to dry too fast. So I'm gonna start putting this on. I'll take my beauty blender and get a little bit of that product onto my beauty blender and then go in where I just applied it. And it's really important to pick up the foundation with the beauty blender off your hand, because if you don't do that, the beauty blender will just kind of absorb what you put on your face. But if you put some product onto the beauty blender, it will actually like put it onto your skin. At least that's what I think, and that's what works best for me. I have my foundation on now, and I always go a little bit lighter with my foundation because I'll warm it up with my contour and bronzer, but I think it looks really good. It looks very, it's already giving that soft glam type of look that I like, but I also still look glowy. It still looks like me. It doesn't look too cakey or anything, not at all. So I think that's really nice. I'm gonna go in and kind of contour and highlight a little bit. I'm using this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer, and I just kind of put this under my eyes a little bit. Let me get some product. Just gonna go under the eyes a little bit, especially I feel like I'm gonna be very tired and stressed on my wedding day, so I wanna make sure that my under eyes are looking okay. Blend that out. All right, I think that looks good. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and set that very quickly. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD setting powder. This is a blurring setting powder, which I think is really nice for taking pictures. I love it under the eyes as well, because that's where, that's a place where I tend to crease a lot. I think this blurring powder makes it really just kind of nice and gets rid of a lot of your creases. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with a bronzer stick, and the one I'm using is by Makeup by Mario in the shade Light Medium. It's a really nice product for kind of sculpting your face. Like most things, I kind of put it on my hand first, and I don't really like to go in straight to my face. I like to warm it up on my hand and then go in with a brush or my fingers before I blend it out. So I have quite a bit on my hand, and I'm actually going to use this flat top foundation brush and pick up some product. I'm just going to kind of contour the way that I normally do. You can just do whatever works for you. So I'm just going to go up. Forehead as well. Okay, my cheekbones are looking strong, they're looking good. And then I kind of carve out my cheekbones even more with the same concealer that I was using before. And I'll go kind of right under, like blend that down. So like this. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And next I'm gonna go in with another Makeup by Mario product. It is the Raspberry Cheek Stick, and I feel like I read somewhere that this is what Mario used on Kim Kardashian for the Met Gala. So this is something that you need a very, very small amount of. And I take these little, I always just take this, this is actually a crease brush, but I feel like it's perfect for applying products like this. And I just pick the product up right here, and as you can see, like that just got so pigmented. But I'm just gonna use a very light hand and only gonna stipple on a little bit at a time because I don't want to overdo it. But I basically am going to brush it like here and up. But yeah, I'm using a very light hand, and I'm just gonna do a little bit at a time. And then take my beauty blender, as always, and just kind of blend upwards. And then I'm just gonna do like the tiniest amount on my nose because I feel like that will help to give that sun-kissed look that I love. Now I'm gonna go in with some more powder products. So I am gonna go in with that same Makeup Forever blurring powder and just kind of go over any product or any parts of my face that tend to crease or where my foundation tends to break up a little bit more. So for me, it's around my nose. I already did my under eyes. And then like right here on my chin, this is just for me, like right here, this is always my problem area for everything. It's where I break out the most. It's where my foundation tends to break up. It gets very oily right there. It's kind of annoying. And same with like right above my mouth with smile lines. Ooh, got some in my mouth. And then whatever product is left on my face, I kind of just, or left on my brush, I will kind of just put all over my face because I don't want to do too much just because I want it to be glowy. I don't want it to be too matte or anything. It is time to finally warm up the face and go in with some powder products. This is the part of the makeup routine where I feel like everything starts to come together to make you look more snatched and just ready to go. So I'm gonna go in with this product by Sephora Collection. It is a newer product to me, but I've actually really been liking it. It is a matte bronzer in the shade Santorini. It was super affordable, and I feel like it's just a good day-to-day bronzer. I've just been using, with my bronzer lately, I've just been using a big powder brush. And to be honest, I kind of like a lot of bronzer. It's just the look that I like. If you want to use less, then go ahead. But yeah, I have it on my brush, and I always kind of brush up. And I go higher, and I go higher up on my cheek than where I put my contour. So I put my contour about right here, and I will go like more right here with my bronzer. So yeah, just be very patient with this step. and don't overdo it. That's like my biggest fear with doing my wedding makeup is I'm just scared that I'm just gonna completely mess something up and not have time to go back and fix it, and then that's like when the panic really sets in. So hopefully I'll take my own advice and just build over time. I won't overdo anything and there won't be any mistakes, but it's kind of why you practice, and it'll all be okay. You just gotta relax, girl. Okay, I would just go in with my powder brush and like blend everything together. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this beautiful, beautiful blush by Hourglass, the shade Incandescent Electra, and I just love Hourglass. They have the most stunning packaging and their blushes are just to die for. I have been using this blush brush from Real Techniques for forever. You can actually see all of the dents that I put in it from like tapping it for so many years, but it is just, this combo right here makes me so happy, and I'm just gonna go kind of ham with this blush. I'm gonna go from here all the way across just because, once again, I want that glowy sun-kissed look. Yeah, I just love the glow that this gives you. I don't know if you can see it, but I feel like, I mean, that looks like I was just in the sun all day, which I love. We're almost done. I'm gonna finish it off with some lip liner and gloss. Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury. This is just such a classic. I feel like it's always good to just go neutral for the wedding. I feel like you don't want to do anything that's going to like stand out too much. Just gonna slightly overline, and then I'm gonna fill in my entire lip. And then today I'm gonna use my tried and true Buxom Plump Shot, but I actually might, for the wedding, I might go and get the Dior lip oil just because I feel like I want something that's a bit more glossy, and this is more, this is a really nice gloss, but it's more for plumping. So I want something that's like really glossy, I think. So this is the only product that I might change out. On the day of the wedding, I am going to use this Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray, but for right now I'm not going to put it on just because I'm not going to wear my makeup for very long. But anyways, I really love how this makeup looks. I think I achieved that sun-kissed natural glam type of look that I was wanting. And it's nice because it doesn't feel, this is definitely like a step up from my everyday makeup, but it doesn't feel like it's not me. It doesn't feel too cakey at all, but I also think that these products will stay really well. So, and like I said, I'm gonna make an emergency kit for myself with like powder, lip gloss, all those things, just in case my tears mess anything up, which they probably will. If you're a bride out there and you're stressing about your wedding, it's gonna be okay. I'm getting married in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. And I have been so stressed lately because of the wedding, but I have come to terms with the fact that no matter what accidents or issues come about during that day, it's going to be okay. It doesn't matter if the wedding day goes perfectly or not. It's all about the marriage. You're there for the ceremony and for the actual marriage itself. You're not there to like have perfect makeup and look beautiful and like get all of the perfect photos and videos. You just want to enjoy the day. So please don't stress out about it too much. I know there's so many brides out there that are freaking out, but it's gonna be okay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Congrats to any brides out there. I'll have all of my products that I use listed down below. I'll have my social media listed down below. So go follow me on social media, subscribe to my YouTube, and I'll see you in my next video.